Okay, so I've got 2 pieces of wholemeal toast. So that's 1 healthy extra, so it's 400 gram size. I've got this black cherry sugar-free jam on one, which is 1 sin, and 15 grams of peanut butter, 4.5 sins on the other. So this is 5.5 sins and 1 healthy extra. And I've got some pear that I'll just be putting on top of the toast as I eat it in a bit. I've got pasta and veg with tomatoes and gherkins. Hiya, I just thought I'd just quickly let you know what I've been eating today. I've just been watching Ivetka, and she's doing really well. I don't often get to comment on her videos just because I sort of watch them and then think about something to say, but then don't get a chance to say it on the comments. So I just say that she's doing really well, and I like to watch what she's watching because she really is really good at fitting all her fitness in, and considering she's got a tiny little baby, and she's doing really well on kind of being really healthy and thinking about what she's eating and why she's eating it, and like, you know, in terms of health, so that she knows how she's keeping healthy. So I quite like watching Ivetka because helps me remind myself about why I like, not necessarily like, so thinking more like about not the foods I don't want to eat anymore, like sugar and stuff like that, and crisps and things. It's more helping me now think about why I eat foods, you know, what foods are going to give me, what foods, I sort of, you know, I know these things, like what protein, like what foods have got high protein and what things have got vitamins in, but I'm sort of trying to make that more of my focus in terms of thinking about what vitamins I'm getting from my foods, and, you know, to try and be a bit more positive about what I'm eating, and seeing that it's a positive thing. It's going to help me, you know, if I eat these almonds, then I'm getting a good level of vitamin E, and, you know, so I thought I'd just try and do that a bit more, and that's what Ivetka talks about. She talks about kind of that things are kind of protein feeds and all that kind of stuff. So I'm watching from her, and I just let you know, from a bit of paper, I'm just loading the washing machine up for overnight. I think the last thing I did on my video was just my breakfast, and so that was 5.5 sins, and then I had my lunch, which was pasta. No, I videoed my pasta. Did I video my pasta and veg? Yeah, I think I did. So then after that I had, so I've had some drinks of decaffeinated coffee with almond milk. I've had, when I got back, I was really struggling to have something to fill me up. It was cold and miserable, and I just really could do with just kind of sandwiches, but I'm trying to be a bit more experimental with what else I can eat. So I did myself a jacket potato in the microwave, and it's 5 minutes, and then I used some onions that were frozen in the freezer, and just put them in a saucepan with some sweet corn and paprika and salt and pepper, and a few like mixed herbs, and just kind of cooked it down. Then when the jacket potato was done in 5 minutes, I kind of took it out and put it in a bowl and just kind of mashed it with a fork, and then just kind of dumped the sort of onions and the sweet corn on top of it, and then just mashed it all up a little bit more after that, so it kind of really combined the flavours. And then I found some Lego in the pocket, Then after that I added some, like, chopped up some gherkins, so it was quite warm and filling. So I think I'll probably have that again, because I made it in about, I would say it's probably made in about 5 minutes. So that's, you know, 5 minutes isn't too long to wait for it to have something that's quite delicious to eat, and I can kind of deal with that. Sometimes you want it quicker than that, but so I think I'll probably do that again, because I've usually got onions in, I've usually got potatoes in, and I've usually got sweet corn in. So those are quite, and if I don't have sweet corn, I've usually got peas, you know, so I can have either or of those. So yeah, I'd probably do that again, and then, you know, in a kind of, just have something quick to eat when you get back, for something filling. Then after that I had an apple, and then I sort of felt a bit like I wanted something else when I was taking the kiddies up. I was just going to run in the bath. I just felt a little bit sad for myself, because I just had a hot drink, but I kind of wanted something else with it, you know, like a biscuit or something. But then I remembered that I looked at my for and against list. I had a little look at it, and I had a little read as to why I, you know, why I don't want to do this and why I do want to do this. And I realised that some nuts would really fit the bill well, so I got 16 almonds, and I had those for another healthy extra B. So I had 2, so far I've had, and I had that with the decaffeinated coffee that I took upstairs, and while the bath was running I found a Slimming Well magazine and just sat and had a little read of a Slimming Well magazine while the bath was running, and had my hot decaffeinated coffee with almond milk and my 16 almonds, a little bit of an almond overdose. And so yeah, so that means I've had 2 healthy extra B's, and I've had 1 healthy extra A with my almond milk, and I've had, just reading off my little scrabbly old list, not very readable, but chuck it in anyway. And then I've had 5.5 sins today. So I made the curry, and I think I'm going to have a portion of that. Now there's 9 sins in the whole thing, so if I split it into 3, i.e. I have some now, and then there will be some for each of us tomorrow, then that will be 3 sins. If I split it into 4 and give myself a portion to have when I get back from work tomorrow, if it stretches that far, then I will count it as 2.5 sins, but I've only had 5.5, so if it's 3 sins it will be 8.5 sins today, and if it is 2.5, then it will be 8 sins. So yeah, that's as far as I've got so far with the food that I've eaten today. And okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna fill up this washing machine to get to do a portion. I sort of bring down 2 loads at once, and then a portion the emergency stuff for tomorrow, and then the next load that I put in after is just a kind of usually towels and a few extra bits to keep myself ahead of what I'm doing. So I'm just going to top that up there. But yeah, so that's what I've eaten so far, and I will yeah, check Yvetka out if you haven't already. I think she's called Yvetka Live Journey. I don't think it's Live Journey, I think it's Live Journey. And yeah, so it would be good to I don't know what I'm saying now. Okay, I'm gonna go and switch this on and then go and have some food. I'll take a video of when I'm eating. See you in a bit. Okay, so I have split it into 4. There's these 2 in here. I'll split that up into, there's 2 little containers there of curry and rice, and then I have split off into this is a smaller portion, but I'll still count it as 2.5 because otherwise I'll get myself confused. So this is now 2.5, this will be 2.5, and these little chaps in here will be 2.5. 2.5 and 2.5. That's just because of the peanut butter I put in it. I put 2 tablespoons of peanut butter in there, so it's 9 tins of peanut butter in total. So yeah, I'm going to heat this up in the microwave. I'm going to put the lid on this little chap, and then he will be then sat, or it, the person, my food for tomorrow will be sat there just in case. So when I get back, I've just got something to microwave and just dump in and just eat straight away. It's something so I can top myself up in an emergency fashion. So that's a 2.5, and I'll just pop it in the fridge, ready to go tomorrow. Pop them in there, then I know it's in there waiting for me for tomorrow. Should life not go super to plan, I just need something quick and in my face. So I'm going to put that there in the microwave now for probably, to be piping hot, which is nice, I think 3 minutes. Okay, and I'm just going to go give these a quick rinse out with some water so that they're not too sticky for when I do some washing up after I eat. See you in a bit, bye. Hiya, so after my curry I had a decaffeinated coffee with almond milk and an apple. So now I'm just going to tackle the washing up. No washing up I'm going to tackle. I've just got kind of 2 surfaces full, so I'm just gonna put my telly in the cupboard, my phone in the cupboard, and just watch a bit of YouTube, and just kind of do as much as I can be bothered, really. Get myself a couple of loads through. It's a fair bit there, and I can make it easier for myself tomorrow. And then I'll just swap the washing over. And then that'll be it, ready for bed. See you in a bit. See you tomorrow, so I'll piece it together and I will upload. Lots of love, guys. Bye.